So today I was one trade away from passing my challenge account and I choose to do nothing. And this video might save you from blowing your account and I'll go over it as of why. Before we start, I want to say thank you for everybody who's been watching my videos, leaving comments, liking, subscribing. I'm overwhelmed and grateful for the amount of support and traction I've gotten in the past 3-4 days on this channel. So thank you. Thank you for, if you're a returning viewer, thank you. If you're a new viewer, welcome. So let's get right into it. So first of all, the day starts around here, around the Asian market. So the Asian market opens and we immediately start dumping to the downside. So I'm gonna go back. Let's go back here, put it on the one. Look at the hourly. First of all, if I mark that, we didn't hit it. I marked that, we didn't hit it. I marked that, did not hit it. Don't even talk about this one. Like, so I was kind of expecting something like this happened, but at the same time, you don't want to chase this. Like this type of algorithm delivery happens usually right after big news like FOMC. So look at this. The Asian market opened and we just gradually, slowly, just like a slow burning candle, just dumped. No re-entry opportunity. And you can easily blow account trying to trade this, because you think a lot of people, they come here and they see this, they're like, oh, we're going up, we just broke a structure, we might go up. They go up, they go long, and they get burned. Or they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna wait for re-entry, I'm gonna wait for re-entry, I'm gonna wait for re-entry. And they're like, oh, this is the one, this is the one. We had the correction, it's going down, I'm gonna get in. And you chase it, and then you get stopped out. And that's how people blow account. That's how I used to blow account. People that I talk to, that's how they used to blow account. When the market gives you like one direction buy or one direction sell, you kind of want to stay away from it, because it's better to stay away from it than to chase it for absolutely no reason. So that's why I didn't trade the Asian session yesterday. And this morning, I'm gonna show you guys what happened this morning. I think it was somewhere around here, yeah. I woke up around somewhere around here. So I saw us clearly rejecting some sort of 4-hour level. So I was like, okay. Boom, boom. I had this marker here. I had this as my 4-hour. So I'll put a 4H indication. I was like, okay. So this is, the price is contradictory. I was like, what's going on? So I was like, we are going up, but this is an indication, this is a correction. We should get some sort of continuation. And I was thinking, I was like, I hope, since this candle did not close above this previous one. Oh, that's another thing that people were confused about, because they saw on my 2 past videos, on some of the trades that I took, I didn't have 2 consecutive candles. You don't necessarily need 2 consecutive candles, but the trades I took today still followed my trading plan with 2 consecutive candles, and I'll show you guys why I took those. But if you see some sort of rejection that we had, like if you look at this entire level, this entire level, what happened in the past 2 days? So in the past 2 days, we came here, rejected, right here, rejected again, came here, rejected again, and then on the FOMC day, we broke through it and After Asian open, we just went straight down. So I was like, okay, we did not close above that. We dumped again. So we most likely gonna dump. And I was hoping for some sort of re-entry, and the re-entry never came. So that was the trade I said. Like if I would have taken that trade, I would have probably passed the account. And it was a very high risk trade. That's why I didn't take it. So let's say you're here, you wake up, you see the market, and you go down to your 1 minute. You're like, okay, market opens around 9 a.m. So let me just show you in the hourly. Here we go. So that's the 9 a.m. candle. Absolutely no re-entry. It just broke through all these lines. Honestly, I thought we were gonna take the Asian session low, but we didn't. So that's why, like, in these type of accounts, that's how people either blow their accounts, or they make bunch of money, or they pass the account. But the issue with trading this type of candle is that it builds extremely bad habit of chasing and getting into bad price action. So this is what happened. Boom, boom, boom. We opened. I was waiting for some sort of re-entry. That re-entry never came. That re-entry never came. It just went straight down. And what's funny, at 10 a.m. candle, 10 a.m. candle did the same thing. It just went straight up. And I had my marks here. So I was like, for me to trade this, take a short, the price has to come here. Price has to come here, or at least somewhere around here. Because we got 1 and 2, we got 2 candles. So it's like, okay, the price has to come here or here for me, or at least here for me, and then I have to see a clean rejection for me to trade it in. So I had to be extremely patient. And here's another thing. Here's why I didn't like take this trade. Let me just show you where it goes. Here's why I didn't take this trade, but look at this, because it was like, it was a straight down and a straight up. Now you can easily make bunch of money, or even pass the challenge account just by taking either this move or this move. But here's what happens. Here's what happened to me. Here's what happened to most people. Here's what happened to you if you take this type of trade. Let's say you see we're going up crazy. So you place your trade here. You don't know. First of all, you don't know where to put your stop loss. There's no invalidation. There's no solid invalidation point. You're just gambling at this point. Let's say you put it in here. The price can easily do this. It can. Oops. So it can if my cursor works, the price come here, and before it hits your target, it can easily do this. Boom, take your stop loss and go up. When you see extreme volatility like this, especially V-shaped recovery, you can trade it in, but good luck trying to be consistent with it, because it doesn't follow any rule. It's just the algorithm, the delivery of the price action. It's just, and these are not that they're not that common. So that's why I just had to watch it. And the biggest thing with trading is like your urge to not trade, the urge to be patient, the urge to not to be fearful, not to be greedy. Because trading itself is very simple. You can kind of like trading what you see. The biggest problem is to be able to control your own emotions. That's the biggest thing. And for me, seeing these dump and seeing this V-shaped recovery without even taking that liquidity, because the price could easily come here and then go up there. If the price would have come get this liquidity either on ES or on NQ, which it didn't take on any of them, I would have most likely would have taken this, because I was like, you know what, the price came and grabbed the liquidity in here. But like in your mind, you're like, what if the price go down here? What if go down here? What if go down here? What if go down here? So I hope that answered a lot of the question in the previous videos, because a lot of people asking, oh, why didn't you take that? Why didn't you take this? Why did you choose that hourly candle or this hourly candle? That's one of the reasons why. So I was patient, and I was about to go to work. And around here, finally, you remember those two lines that I draw? I got my alarm, and I saw this. And we came, broke through it, but we didn't flip this candle. And there it is. Once we flip through this candle, this was my entry. Why? Because we closed above it. Somebody says it's break and retest. Break and retest. This is not break and retest. This would be a break and retest. Literally a touch and a continuation. That's break and retest. This is different. The reason why it's different is because we got indication. We are indicating that we're going down. We got the correction and we got the continuation. You always trade the continuation. And the CCT is candle continuation theory. Meaning if one candle goes down, there's another candle that goes down. The third candle comes down to this line before continuing. That's it. Candle continuation theory. So I got in here because we closed above, closed below, and then in this candle we have we completely inversed these two previous candle, and we closed below it. We closed below it, and we also closed within or below the point of interest that we had. This is a A++ setup. This is the setup I would take any day of the week. As soon as I saw the second candle closure, I was like, sell. Not even thinking about it. And of course, price delivered. But the issue was I was aiming for this. This was my draw. I guess you can call it greedy, but the price could have come easily take this or take the Asian low. So this was my target. But what happened was around here, I believe, somewhere around here, I saw that ES was start to recover, and it was recovering very aggressively. And ES and NQ, they are very correlated. So that's why it's good to monitor both of them at the same time if you're trading NQ. So I had to be cautious. So that's why I brought my stop loss somewhere around here, and this recent swing high. And I was really hoping for it not to hit it, but yeah, it took us out right here with one tick. So instead of us, I could have closed it somewhere around here, but I was really hoping that NQ pulls down the ES, but it didn't. So instead of making like 500, even at the 500 ticks, my account would have been at like 26,100. But my account is at 25,773. I'll show you the account at the end. But yeah, we got stopped out right here. Still a good trade. It's still a 1 to 2. So not pissed about it. And now I went to work. And then a couple hours later, after we got this candle and this candle and this candle closed above one another, I was like, there should be some sort of entry in here. So Yeah, I think this is a trade that I took. Yeah, I have it marked here too. Oops. This was also I would say like an A plus setup. Because we came here. Flip the screen for bullish. Get rid of that. So I was like, we're clearly not going to hit this low. Close. So I was like, you're most likely going to hit at least this high or at least this high. When this candle opens, I got the alert. I was at work, but I was still able to take this trade. And I'm gonna show you why I took this trade. I'm pretty sure my line was somewhere around here. Yes. Let me select the bar. So this is where I got into the chart. Price came here. It's close above it again, and I waited for a full candle closure. So the candle closed below it. Then it gave us a nice doji candle. And then boom. We got one more. And on this one, this was the one that I took the trade on. As soon as we got this, and we closed above it, I had such a high conviction trade. I was like, we're gonna hit this liquidity. I was at this. I had this and this as my target. So I just entered in here. Just entered here. I put my stop loss right there. And this is what I mean by like clean price action. Because you see, you got the indication above this. There's a correction. We went up. Indication, correction, indication, correction, indication, correction, continuation. So I got the trade somewhere around here, and the trade started to go up, boom, 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 and then on this trade I didn't take profit. So my take profit, I believe it was somewhere around here. So I moved my stop loss right here. As soon as I hit my first objective, I moved my stop loss right here. So I was like, we're either gonna hit this or this. And I believe we got stopped out before we wanna hit that. I think that's what happened. Yep. So we got stopped out here. I was like, you know what? I was happy. I was like, we hit the target cleanly. This is an A plus setup. And we end up like 30 minutes later we end up hitting my objective, which was up here. It's like a psychological number, round number. That was a two trade I took today, and it brought the account up to, let me see if it shows. Yes, reload. See, that was the issue I had the other day. It was not reloading my account on the FOMC day. Look, so yesterday we were at 25.33.7. Today is at 25.773. So about $430 something increase. Yeah. So yeah, if I was able to take those trades, which I didn't, and I shouldn't have anyway. And even at the end of the day, you could have taken this trade. Oh no, you couldn't, because the market closed. Yeah, that was the last opportunity, I believe, that I took. Yeah, the market didn't give you much opportunity. Because this one, if you can count it as opportunity, but this is gambling. This is also gambling. So this retracement was a good one. And then this one, and of course this trade was a good one if you would have caught it. Look at that. We closed above this. The next candle came, went below it, went above it, boom, and delivered to here and to here. This one, same thing. Withdraw the candle, close above it, came touch it, went up. Same thing in here. And that's the trade recap for today. Hopefully I answered everybody's question. Yeah. So yeah, mostly you have to like fight your own agony of quote unquote mistrades, which it's not really mistrade if you sit back and look back at it, because it's only obvious on the hindsight when you're like, oh, I should have taken that trade. But no, you really shouldn't, because first of all, it doesn't follow my rules, it doesn't follow my process, and it would have been pure gambling. I would have passed the challenge, but at what cost? At the cost of building bad habit and potentially in the future blowing the account by taking trades like that, because your invalidation point of where you can put your stop loss is too big and too risky. That's why the CCT model works the best. That's why the ICC price action always shows itself. And again, credit goes to Trade by Sai and Crimson Capital. Hopefully you enjoyed this trade recap, plus a little psychology, a little bit more of mechanical way of trading, what I think, what I see on the chart. And again, thank you for all your comments, subscribing, and watching the videos. See you in the next one. Peace.